F2 into C. So now good one or the non-symmetrical one. So if welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to learner. Here this is Ripona. Hope all of you are doing good. We had discussed in my last session graphical representation of median, merits and demerits of median also, and the whole concept about mode. So if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check my description box and my first comment where the previous video's link is already shared. So let's begin the session and move on the next slide where we can see today's discussion topic. So the first one is calculation of mode by frequency series. The second concept, that is merits and demerits of mode, and third one is, which is the most important topic among three, that is the relationship between mean, median and mode. So learner, let's start the session and move on the main slide. So learner, here we can see the definition of mode, and we have already explained it very well. Just as a reminder, mode is mostly common value which has greatest frequency or the highest number of items. Greatest frequency. Clear? So if you have any problem regarding it, so please feel free to comment in comment section. So now going to the next slide. So here we can see calculation process of mode in individual series, and we can see there are two methods of calculating mode. The first one is the inspection method, and the second one is frequency series method. So we have already explained the inspection method in my previous section. So then go to my next slide where we can see the calculation process of mode by frequency series. So learner, here we can see the calculation process of mode by frequency series. So now going to the formula. So formula is L1 plus F1 minus F0, which is divided by 2 F1 minus F0 by minus F2, and this is multiplied by C. So now going to the next where we can describe what is the actual meaning of L1, F1, F0 and C. So now let's move. So here we can see Z denotes the value of mode. L1 denotes the lower limit of the modal class. F1 denotes frequency of the modal class. F0 denotes frequency of the class preceding the modal class. F2 denotes the frequency of the modal class succeeding the modal class, and C, which refers the class interval of the modal class. So now going to the example slide. So here we can see an example, and this is a continuous series example. Okay. So we have two columns. The first column indicates the ages or classes, and second column indicates the number of persons, and which is known as the frequency also. Clear? So at first we have to know what is the modal, which one is the modal class basically. Okay. So modal class is the class which has highest number of frequency. So we can see 25 is the highest number of frequency among them. So 40 to 45, this is the modal class for this particular example. So now going to the calculation process. So here we can see L1 is equals to 40. So we have already known L1 denotes the lower class limit of the modal class. So 40 to 45, this is the modal class. So 40 is the lower class limit. So that's why L1 is equals to 40. So now going to the second part, that is the 25 minus 18. So formula is F1 minus F0. So we have told F1 indicates the frequency of the modal class. So now going to the previous slide, and we can see the frequency of the modal class, that is 25. Clear? That is F1. F0 indicates the frequency of the class preceding the modal class. That means F0 is 18. And now going to the third one, that is the F2. F2 means frequency of the class succeeding the modal class. That means 12 is F2. I think clear which one is F0, which one is F1, and which one is F2. So now going to the calculation slide. So F1 is equals to 25, F0 is equals to 18, and F2 is equals to 12, and we have already known that value. Okay. So formula is F1 minus F0. So that's why 25 minus 18 as a numerator. And now going to the denominator part. So formula is 2F1 minus F0 minus F2. So 2F1 means 2 into 25, that is equals to 50, minus 18, 18 means F0, and F2 means 12. So 15 minus 18 minus 12, which is equals to 20, into 5. 5 is the class interval of the modal class. So modal class is 40 to 45. So 45 minus 40, which is equals to, the difference is 5. So that's why 5 is the class interval of the modal class. So that's why C equals to 5, and which is multiplied by that value. So 40 plus 7 by 4, and which is equals to 41.75, and which is the value of mode for this particular example. I think this is clear. What do you mean by a mode? What is the calculation process by the inspection method or by the frequency series method? I think this is clear. So now going to the next slide. So here we can see most important topic, that is the empirical relationship between mean, median and mode. And before going to the discussion, we have to know, just as a reminder learner, what do you mean by a mode, median and mean. So at first we have to discuss what do you mean by mean. Okay, what is the actual meaning of mean? So mean is basically a average of data. Clear? And next go to the median. So median is the middlemost value of a given data set when it is arranged in descending or ascending order. And now going to the third part, that is the mode. So mode is the number which appears the most. So mostly appeared number. Clear? I think this is clear what is mean, median and mode. So learner, we all know that in statistics there are two distributions. The first one is symmetrical distribution and second one is the non-symmetrical distribution or skewed distribution. Okay. So at first we have to discuss that what do you mean by a symmetrical distribution. So it is said to be a symmetrical. So when the distribution on the either side of mean is a mirror image of others, so that means all have same value. So the value of mean is equals to value of median is equals to value of mode, and all coincide at the same point, and which is shown in the second picture. I think this is clear. So now going to the skewed one or the non-symmetrical one. So if a distribution is non-symmetrical, so there it is said to be a skewed distribution and it can be negatively and positively sloped. So there are two distribution. The first one is positively skewed distribution and second one is negatively skewed distribution. So now going to the first one, that is the positively skewed distribution. So here we can see the value of mode which is less than median and which is less than mean. Clear? I think this is clear. So now going to the negatively skewed distribution. So here we can see the mean. So x bar less than median less than mode. I think the difference between positively skewed distribution and negatively skewed distribution is clear, and what is the actual place of mean, median, mode in both positive and negatively skewed distribution. I think this is clear. So now going to the main concept, that is for asymmetrical distribution there is a empirical relationship, okay, between mean, median and mode. So and which was expressed by Carl Pearson. So now going to the next slide. So now learner, here we can see the empirical relationship between mean, median and mode. So mode is equals to 3 median minus 2 mean, and using this relationship we have to calculate the value of mean or median or mode when we have any two values among 3. So I think it will be more clear when we are using the numerical example. So that's why from my previous example we considered the value of mode is equals to 5 and the value of mean, that is x bar, which is equals to 4.6. Clear? So now find out the value of median. So 5 is equals to 3 median minus 2 into 4.6 and after calculation which is equals to 1.5. Clear? This is the value of median. So I think this is clear. What is the actual process of calculation process of value of mean, median or mode when we have any two values among 3, and this is a very easy equation. This is a very easy equation and this is a very easy formula also, okay. So now going to the next slide. So here we can see some merits and demerits of mode. So first one is the simplicity. It is obvious mode is very easy to understand and calculate. So now going to the second one, and it is unaffected by the extreme values. It is true also because it is not affected by the extremely large or small values. Now going to the third point, that is graphic determination. So it can be calculated graphically with the help of the histogram, and median can be calculated graphically with the help of the which one, learner? That is the ogive. So that is the basic differences between median and mode. So mode can be calculated graphically with the help of the histogram and median can be calculated graphically with the help of the ogive. So now going to the fourth one, that is there is no need of complete data, okay. When all items are not known, the mode can be computed, okay. So because it is enough to know the value which has highest frequency only, okay. Because it occurs a maximum number of items in a series. So now going to the last merits, that is the representative value. Obviously mode value, the value of mode is a true representative value, and that's why people use commonly it in practical life also. So now going to some demerits slide. The first one is indeterminate. So that means it cannot be determined in bimodal and multimodal distribution. Clear? So now going to the next one, it is not too representative because it is not based on all observations, all items in a data set. So that's why it is not the too representative value. Now going to the third one, that is there is uncertainty. So because the mode is not rigidly defined measure, okay, so that's why it has uncertainty. And now going to the fourth one, that is it is not capable of the algebraic treatment. So it is a unstable average. So for from the mode of two series of data, we can't calculate it combined mode value like mean. So that's why it is not so much capable of algebraic treatment. I think this is clear what is the merits and demerits of mode. So I think this is clear what is the actual meaning of mode, what are the merits and demerits of mode, and the calculation process of mode by the inspection and the frequency series method. So learner, we are done for the today's session. We have explained today merits, demerits, calculation process and their most important empirical relationship in a asymmetrical and skewed distribution. So with this topic, the chapter measures of central tendency is ended here. So now going to the new chapter, and that is measures of dispersion, so which is also most interesting chapter in statistics. So I will come very soon with the new session. I hope it will be a very helpful session to everyone. So till then, stay tuned. Please do like, share, comment and more, subscribe to my channel. Press the bell button for getting immediate notification. Happy learning. Thank you.